Hello, my name is Florentino Bedoya, and I want to talk through my project with M7.3 discussing the pros and cons of using AI. In my project, I focused on artificial intelligence and the justice system, articulating clearly how AI is being used now and in the future. Question one. First and foremost, I'll define the definition according to Alan Turing. AI can be classified into analytical, human inspired, and humanized AI depending on the types of intelligence it exhibits: cognitive, emotional, and social intelligence, or into artificial, narrow, general, and superintelligence by the evolutionary stage, Hanlon in 2019. One of the first recorded uses of artificial intelligence, the first computer, was Alan Turing's Le Bombe that helped decipher the Enigma code during World War II. During the 1960s through the 1980s, artificial intelligence flourished, but was met with massive obstacles in the shape of human doubt. While the 1990s brought AIs that would defeat chess or Go champions, something previously thought impossible, in the present and foreseeable future, artificial intelligence will be used in every possible aspect. You post a picture on you post a picture, and an algorithm will scan the image for who to effectively tag, or when you scroll through your feed and see products that are accurately targeted at your needs and desires. What makes matters even more complicated is the deep learning and key technique used by most AI systems is inherently a black box. While it is straightforward to assess the quality of the output generated by such systems, the share of correctly classified pictures, the process used for doing so remains largely opaque. Such opacity can be intentional. If a corporation wants to keep an algorithm secret, and due to technical illiteracy or related to the scale of the application, discussing what are the positive aspects of applying AI in accordance to my topic, which is the legal system. The financial, logistical, and technical difficulties of filling a case have always deterred many. Filing a case have always deterred many from turning to the courts. The Chinese Supreme People's Court (SPC) introduced a concept of smart courts in 2016. Was optimized Has optimized the functionality of the legal system in China. This is a methodology that is being adopted by many prominent countries such as the United States, Singapore, Estonia, and Brazil, each in different functions but at a similar outcome, minimizing the extended resources um, when dealing with judiciary problems. One example was Benjamin Minhao Chen presents in How Will Technology Change the Chinese Justice? The Face of Chinese Justice is the human factor relates to the criminal justice process, not a judge's perfection of an outcome, but their ability to take on an ever growing workload. Artificial intelligence filters and streamlines the outcomes by referencing historical cases, mitigating expended time considerably. Applied study, different aspect of this is the applied study on implementation of artificial intelligence to effectively employ the correct personnel into the justice system in the Azir region, specifically Saudi Arabia, yields beneficial effects for the future. There are no statistically significant differences in employees' viewpoints at the Ministry of Justice in Azir region about the influence of introducing artificial intelligence (AI) on the future of their jobs according to the academic qualifications, age, and years of experience. Having previously stated factors solely determine the candidates to be employed into the justice system of your country will strongly discourage one of the most debilitating factors in history: nepotism. Nepotism plagues every industry and profession around the world. If Saudi Arabia can effectively implement artificial intelligence into their employment process, it will serve as the guidelines to improve the employment process for some of the most vital positions in governments around the world. Discussing negative aspects considering AI in relation to the justice system. According to proponents of the moral handicap argument, technologies such as AI, ML are incapable of exercising the sort of discretionary moral judgment that human possesses. This theory is centered on AIs being incapable of introducing a human factor into decision-making process in a judicial proceeding. The concern is understandable, as trying to create artificial wisdom is not the same as intelligence. The negative aspect I see in this is not an AI's inability to articulate morality, but humanity's persistence in making AIs human like instead of fully embracing them for their intended function. As I continued to read through the moral unintelligence problem of artificial intelligence in criminal justice, the common denominator always seemed to be humanity's inability to let go of the moral variable. Human intelligence and will are necessary for an entity to truly function like a human, and therefore, judges are not comparable to human judges. According to March in 2020, artificially created judges are but an imprint of its creator, subjecting thousands of cases to be judged by one set of biases. The inception of the program that will be used as an AI comes into question as we expect the progenitor of the program or script to be immaculate, which we know no human ever is. From there, you run into the other aspects of this, which would be would you imprint the program from a historically effective judge and try to emulate his behavior? Algorithms are the base from which artificial intelligence derive their pattern of behavior. Having the general public embrace this as a definitive rule of law will take generations. Summarizing, I think the applicability of artificial intelligence as an enabler and not a primary role would be the best possible implementation. Creating access to criminal justice processes will help instill a sense of trust in an artificially enabled justice system. China is spearheading this effort by rapidly implementing this system, but their government not giving their constituents much of an option, there really will not be there really won't be much of an objection. Humanity places a great emphasis on justice correlation with ethics. If accessibility is the end goal, ethics are going to be the end that gets cut off. With the continued rise in cost in the justice system, the public will demand a more streamlined process to mitigate inaccessibility. I hope that it is encouraged the amount of people that have to endure the hardships um, because they cannot get easy answers to legal questions is astronomical. Thank you for your time, and you have a good day.